European football themselves. But it's Southampton all round for Southampton before the game. James Ward-Prowse missed the Poland game with England of his mind to put himself in the shop window in these final few days.
Yeah, I'll be disappointed, Jay Adams, not to be starting. However,
I think we can point the finger at quite a lot of them because this is admiration. I think they're a limited group, but they get
3 weeks have elapsed since Sean Dyche and Burnley notched up their impressive win at Goodison Park. In between, luxury of players vying to prove that they're worthy of places in it. Fraser Forster, and so 7 points clear of relegation. Setting off on the front foot here, and Woods tried to place one and already forced an early save from Fraser Forster.
A nice trip.
Here's Danny Ings taking aim, striking it against Tarkowski, who then tries to hold up his attempt to get to the follow-up.
Some space opened up there. This comes off the arm of...
And pulled across towards Vidra. And Bednarek was in front of him anyway to shield the goal. Getting forward here. Walker-Peters trying to block his way through, and Armstrong was covering behind. Peters has gone down and stayed down, and that incident is just being checked by... But they're getting this one. Wood focused, determined, successful, and Burnley lead. It's left for Bertrand to take this one. McNeil firing one across. It's Goodmanson trying to drive it across towards Krypton dangerously by Ashley Westwood. And referee's judgment is that Forster was impeded there by Chris Wood.
Yeah, it's always worth a challenge. Let the goalkeeper know you're there.
And Ward-Prowse.
Then Ward-Prowse if he's deeper.
It was Redmond with a lovely turn, and the attempt which stings the palms of Nick Pope.
Yeah, just that little bit too hot to handle. I think it was probably...
Walcott. Bednarek's presence could have seen it land for him. It didn't quite get that far, though.
No, the initial attempted shot by Bednarek. Fraser Forster doesn't really power over the big
22
Kiwi.
days after their last action, we wondered if
sure
the left would have an effect.
Vidra!
What a strike from Matej Vidra!
I don't need to say anything, do I, really?
A real bullet of a hit that Forster could do nothing about. Here's Westwood. Ward-Prowse. Ings was fouled by Ben Mee.
Well, that's a lovely strike. A little bit too hot to handle.
It's Ward-Prowse with a cross.
He's slightly...
Ings just turns it around for Armstrong! And Southampton back in with a shout. That is just what they needed.
Superbly worked. And so important for them to get that goal back as early as possible.
Here's Kyle Walker-Peters. And that one
Against Burnley, no matter how good you are in the air.
pulled back towards Armstrong in his career, having been at Liverpool previously. Redmond pulls across. Vestergaard's ball only found Ashley Westwood. Redmond's cross. Walker-Peters. Mee under pressure here, and he's lost out to Danny Ings. Ings keeps his cool and equalises. He picked his moment then, and there is never any room for sentiment against his old club. It's businesslike against Burnley, as usual, for Danny Ings.
And the coaching staff will feel they got...
It's Diallo! Brilliantly scored the second to make it Southampton 2, Burnley 2 at half. Second half, it's Southampton who do, having beaten Burnley. That Southampton had that first half turnaround, and Walker-Peters cross left.
And he took a chance.
McNeil finding Charlie Taylor again, and just couldn't get the header as plumb as he wanted then, Wood.
Yeah.
And driven across to Chris Wood, who couldn't find a way to Redmond. Ward-Prowse! Off the bar! Ings goes for the follow-up, and it's cleared by Armstrong!
Oh,
Got a couple of deflections on the way through, which made it more complicated for Pope.
That's a brilliant stop. That's as good as you'll see all season. 2 deflections.
And he finds Armstrong. Stuart Armstrong tries to place. Got Redmond out to his left, but he's trying to drive away through the middle. It's Danny Ings! Another fine stop. Walcott pulls it across, and Redmond's there! And this time they have broken through and completed the turnaround. A devastating finish from Nathan Redmond, who was on target the last time Southampton beat Burnley here. And that may well be the case again.
Oh, we've seen some great goals, haven't we, so far this afternoon? Silky play from Southampton. I said about Burnley being vulnerable on the counter. They want the game to be a lot slower than it has been. That's a great...
Kyle Walker-Peters wanting to get in on the act. That was the finish for a man who has yet to score. Armstrong. Trying to get one directly in there. In towards Goodmanson. Goodmanson, though. And it's Wood! Oh, great vision from him. And Forster gets across to claw it away. Here with the cross, Rodriguez. And Wood's there! And denied from close range. Just a couple of yards out, and it was straight at Forster. It's Taylor with a cross.